What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me today. It is Monday, December 18th for my daily sports picks video here with JVille Sports. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's get right to it. Let's recap yesterday like we always do. We had 10 games on the NBA schedule and we went 9 and 1. So very good day. Our only loss was the Dallas Mavericks at home to the Phoenix Suns. Didn't see that one coming. Dallas has been playing better of late, despite their record, and Phoenix is without their star player, Devin Booker. But they still found a way to win that game on the road. So good win for the Suns there. Bad loss for Dallas. That was our only loss. We hit every other game, pick'em style, not against the spread. So 9 and 1, we will absolutely take that. Let's get to those bets that we had yesterday. We had two parlays. The first one was the 18 parlay. The Celtics, they were up by 17 after the first quarter. They were still up by 15 or so at halftime. But then in the second half, Indiana slowly crept back in, and actually took the lead and should have won the game if they didn't turn the ball over at the very end. I was hoping for overtime. To give the Celtics a chance to cover that spread, but they still win. They only won by one, did not cover. Very disappointing there. I did not see the Celtics not covering that spread there, especially the way they started. They did the same thing before to Memphis. They jumped out to a huge lead against Memphis, and then Memphis came back and made it a very close game. The Celtics still ended up covering that one at the very end, but I don't know what the Celtics are doing after they build up a big lead. Wake Forest, I got that game in early, so it was only -4. They won by 4. That was a push. Western Michigan, it says -5 and money line. Doesn't matter. They got blown out. They just could not knock down a shot. Very good defense by Idaho, but Western Michigan just couldn't couldn't make a shot to save their life. And they were taking some really bad shots too. They were just out of sorts. And then the big loss of the day was Indiana, losing at home to Fort Wayne. And I watch a lot of college basketball over the last several years, so I know Fort Wayne. They were actually a really good team not that long ago, a couple years ago. But they're not a very good team this year. Very inexcusable loss there by Indiana. Kind of a letdown game. They did pull off a nice upset over Notre Dame their last time out. Notre Dame was a top 15 team, at one time a top 10 team. Now they're out of it with a couple losses. But it was a very good win by Indiana. So I guess it was a letdown game for them, but still, I mean, at home, you got that crowd feeding you. You cannot lose that game. And they didn't even lose. They got blown out. I think they lost by 20. Just ridiculous. So that one killed us, ended our streak before it even started. So the bigger parlay, Rocket Spurs, South Florida, all winners. So the only loss was Indiana. So we will turn that page and start a new streak today, hopefully. Let's get to the NBA games first. Only 3 games on the schedule today. You have the Kings at the Sixers. Sixers on the back-to-back. They lost yesterday at Chicago. Normally, I don't touch the Sixers on a back-to-back, but I like them today because Joel Embiid did not play yesterday. So he should play today if everything is okay with his back, which so far it should be, but definitely pay attention to that because it could definitely change things. But I'm going to take the Sixers to win this game here. All right. And then next we have the Pelicans at the Wizards. A pretty good game here. I really don't like the way the Wizards are playing right now. They have a really good team, but they are not playing up to their potential. Look out because Anthony Davis is questionable for this one. Also, Otto Porter is questionable for the Wizards. Both important pieces. Obviously, Anthony Davis much more important to the Pelicans. I'm going to take the Pelicans here. There's no spread yet for this game. I don't see, but I'm sure the Wizards are going to be favored at home. So I'm going to take the underdog Pelicans here as long as Davis plays. If Davis doesn't play, then I'm going to go with the Wizards at home. Last game of the day is the Cavaliers at the Bucks. Cavaliers playing so good right now. They have won 18 out of 19. They're on a crazy streak right now. Playing, behind Houston, they're probably playing the next best basketball right now. So I'm not going to pick against them the way they're playing. They are -2 on the road. I'm going to take them to win this game. So those are our picks for today. Looking to go 3-0. We've been doing pretty good with our picks so far. Let's throw up our bets of the day today. 2 more parlays for you. I'm going to go with the Sixers on the money line, Syracuse, Missouri State, Illinois State, Eastern Tennessee State, St. Mary's, all on money lines, along with South Dakota State. I think they're all Eastern Tennessee State is the only road team there. They're playing a really bad. Who they're playing? Detroit. Detroit is terrible. Eastern Tennessee State is pretty decent, so they should win that game at home. All the other teams are at home playing against inferior opponents and should win, barring any upsets. And then I did take one spread. It's actually an underdog, Elon +1. They are playing Canisius, and they're a way better team. So I'm gonna take take them or leave them. I like Elon to win that game, despite them being underdogs by Vegas. And then for our for sure parlay of the day, in case that one does not come through, we're gonna go with Syracuse, South Dakota State, New Mexico, St. Mary's, and Missouri State. All home teams, all big favorites. That pays just about even money. So, being that we're starting a new streak, we're going to start a little slow, 300 to win 296, and we'll see how that goes. As long as we win that one, the other one will cover that loss if it loses. So, those are my picks for today. Let me know what games you like for today, and we'll see what happens. So, good luck to you guys all. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your guys' time and support, and we will see you guys tomorrow.